Have we had our fun? Have we had our fun? Right. We made a big mess, didn't we? A very big mess. So, you need some help with cleaning up that mess you made. So, we're going to be working on that mental health. Because, baby, it's all about to be exposed. The content of your mind is about to be exposed, and it's like dead. The brain is dead. So you got people out here under your influence, brain dead. So how are we gonna clean it up? Well, they're all connected to you. So you work on yourself, then it will spread to your people. There was a lot of chosen ones watching you. So, my thing is, God said it was okay. It's not that cold.
Are you sure it does?
Well, I don't know. I'm feeling different this morning. Things was different. So, it's okay. Because I'm going to tell you, as destructive as you can be, is as strong as you can be too. You need to see your true power. And I'm going to help you do that. Yes, dear. So anyway, I astral projected yesterday. I thought it was a dream, but we got insight to our girl. So I was actually connected to her. Okay. I was actually connected to her so I could see. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. You can roll up the window. It just got real hot up in here real quick. Gotta get your dad energy off. Child, he funking up that house with that mental health. Damn. So I got insight. And what I saw, I got a little more insight into the island and how things are working. So our girl was getting her nails done. I was just like, damn, I didn't even know they could do nails over there. So there's a homosexual guy that has taken a liking to her. So he's befriended her. He's interested in her. He really likes her. He actually reminds me of a childhood friend that I had in middle school. Okay. So that's where she's at on my timeline. Now the thing is that I repeated 7th grade twice. Well, no, just once. But I was in 7th grade for 2 years. Okay. So, but the thing is that my mother held me back in 3rd grade too. Okay. So she's very advanced. So the timeline that she's on is my 2nd year of 7th grade. Okay. So my friend, he was a really good friend. So I'm really happy. I was really happy she met this guy. So the thing is that she's getting her nails done, right? And at first, I'm trying to figure out everything in the dream because I don't understand what's going on. Because I had woke up, and as soon as I fell back to sleep, the dream picked up. So I was just like, this is not a dream. I'm connected to her. I'm seeing through her eyes. So during this time, it was a little dark outside. So, I'm just like, why are there so many distractions? Because she's walking, and I'm talking about there's people everywhere. Like she got to scoot in, and I'm seeing them going up. Her friend is going up the stairs and she's following him. So he's like tall and he's skinny, and he's I just see like it's very narrow, and there's just people everywhere. I said, wow. So I'm noticing like the nail process here, you sit down, you get your nails done, and you get service. But there it was so many distractions. And because the space is so limited, you have to move around, So I don't know how to truly explain it, but she's sitting there, the guy is doing her nails, then something else calls him. So he's just like, come with me. So she follows him, then she got called somewhere. So she had to take care of something. So then they get back to doing the nails in a different spot. It's so crowded, you get in where you fit in. I was like, wow, this shit. I was like, this place is I've never seen anything like this before. It's so tight, it's so crowded. It was just people. I'm just like, damn, I'm just bumping into people, just, you know. So she's happy, you know, she's happy that she's made a friend. Okay, so during that timeline, there's a lot of things that she doesn't have to go through during that timeline because of where she's at. So a lot of challenges that I had, she's not going to have those challenges. So it's kind of like the good side of that period in time within my life. That is what she is going to be experiencing. So I'm so happy for that. I'm glad. She doesn't have to deal with the dumb shit. She is a young woman, but her experiences, like she thinks like a grown woman. Okay, she's had to grow up very fast. She's had certain experiences, you know. This guy is going to help keep her innocent. You know, I do believe that on the island there's like a lot of polyamory, you know, but you have to be careful, because if everybody is having sex with everybody, then, you know, there's likely, you know, STIs could be floating around there too, you know, and she's a young girl. So I really want to keep an eye on her with that. But her meeting this friend and him like helping her out and seeing good in her and all this type of stuff, it made her really happy. So it brought her some type of contentment. Okay, so he really liked her. I could see the way that he looked at her. He looked at her because it's kind of like, wow, I found a friend. You know, because I don't think, obviously, because I didn't see him like talking to a whole bunch of people. You know, I didn't see people embracing him introducing her to anybody. So it's kind of like, it's the two of them. Move, birds. So it's like, it's the two of them. Like they found each other. I said, wow. She doesn't seem to be bothered by the conditions, you know. And of course, with her meeting her new friend, you know, obviously, you know, she's there's hope there. She's feeling hopeful, you know. I really can't tap into her like mental state, her emotional state. I can't tap into anything like that. I can only see, and I can't hear anything, you know. So I was just like, wow, there's actually a lot to do on that island, but it's all about, it's about time. Like there's no time to just sit down and just do something. You know, you constantly have to be, you know, like move around. You have to be like mutable, you know, flexible. So when I woke up the second time, I said, oh my God. I said that wasn't a dream. I said I was projected. I was projected through her. I saw her. I don't think that's the first time. Well, I think it's my first time with her. Now that I'm thinking about it, was that her when I first projected? Oh my goodness. That was her. So it was a couple of years ago. I want to say 2021, maybe 2022. And I had my first official astral projection experience. And there was a woman. They were in a room. It had pink carpets. And there was like a wall. The wall was like dingy. It was like a white, yellowish, like dingy room. And this woman was talking to, at the time I thought it was me. So this woman was talking to me and she was being real nasty. And I told her, I said, you better calm down before I blow your head off. And she was just like, and then I pulled out. So when I came out of the projection, I said to myself, I said, whoever I was projecting through, you know, they gotta, because the woman looked like my mother, but it wasn't my mother. I'm talking about the energy. I'm talking about the skin color, you know, like that ugly ass face that she be having when she mad, you know. So that must have been her mother. She looked like a miserable woman. That's why when I came out of it, I said, you know what? I said, I'm protecting somebody who must have grown up with a mother like me. So that is her too. That was her. So I have been connected to her for a while. Wow. I sure did. I said, shut the fuck up before I blow your fucking head off. That woman looked nasty and ugly. She just looked evil, you know? Wow. Wow. I think that I was with her when she had a couple of uncomfortable sexual experiences too. Because there have been times to where, you know, me and my son's father were intimate, and I was just like, I do not like the way this is going. I do not like the way this feels. Why does this feel like that? So she's definitely got, but I've been picking up on sexuality a lot too, like more sexual health. Oh my God, okay. So she got a little sexual trauma. Okay. Okay. It's starting to come together. And then the dark side of things, sexually. That's why I've been having insight to a lot of those sexual underground. And then on top of that, I have experienced parallel realities of certain guys that she has encountered too. Wow. I used to, and when I lived in Richmond, I had met this guy. And, you know, of course he wanted to do. But he tried to say, he owned a furniture shop. So he saw me at the bus stop when I was taking my son to school. I was on my way back home. So he was just like, you looking for a job? You want a job? So he hired me to work at his furniture store. You know, and immediately he just goes into like talking about sex and all this type of stuff. And I was just like, do you think this is an appropriate conversation? So then he gonna try to do that manipulating shit that men do. Well, we grown, ain't we? You a grown person, you a grown woman, I should be able to talk to you. I know that I'm grown. But at the same time, if you're employing me, you're supposed to be professional. Right. So I already knew what time it was. So, you know, this guy, he was talking to me, about clubs, taking me to certain clubs in DC. You know. So she must have some experiences in those clubs too. Because a lot of this shit just keep popping up. And that guy, he liked young girls. You see, when he met me, he thought I was young. But I was like, I think he was 10 years older than me. I think he was like 47. I think at this time I was 34, 35 or something. I don't know, something like that. What's up? You want to...
What?
You want to take a walk, or you just want to keep riding? I want to keep riding.
Yeah.
But you want to get out? We get out.
No.
Okay.
It's cold as hell.
Yeah, you know we gotta pay our respects. We just gotta let the beach know that
The beach is cold.
Well, we still gotta pay our respects.
Yeah.
I'll come by maybe later or tomorrow morning, and
There's a catfish.
I'll be wanting to bring offerings to the ocean, but I don't want to pollute the water. I mean, I don't know, because fruits. But can a fish eat fruits? Whatever.
Okay.
So anyway, now I'm starting to understand why certain things, why it just seemed like one day my whole world just flipped upside down. Now I understand why. I have been connected to her for a long time. And she's dealt with a lot of older women. You know, she hasn't dealt with like other children like her age. And she's only 13. You see what I'm saying? So she's still young. But I think everything started when she was 9. I think it started when she was 9 years old. I think that when she sees the other young girls on the island, it's kind of like she wishes that, you know, she could just be a kid. She wished that she would have grew up with just a kid, with just being a child, you know. Her life moved very fast. But that's... Wow. Ooh. Want to get something to eat? You hungry?
Mm-hmm.
Want to go to like Mexican You don't want anything big?
Nah.
You want like McDonald's or something?
Yeah, or something.
Okay. I guess they couldn't. I guess I couldn't hold the awareness. And then on top of that, you know, dealing with all of this warfare, it's kind of like I wouldn't be able to see. I wouldn't be able to know. I wouldn't want her being caught up in all of that stuff anyway. I tell you, boy, divine timing. Let me see if we can U-turn here. Divine timing is. Because I definitely got it more together now, and I'm definitely more stable now. Whatever. I guess I can't go that way. I need to be able to U-turn. You know what? That younger guy might be her brother. The younger guy that I saw might be her brother. Because now I'm thinking about it, when me and my son took a trip to Florida, we had actually we ain't do it the right way because we snuck on the bus.
We 5 years ago.
Yeah, we.
Or 6.
You was young back then though.
Yep, I was 9 or 10.
So we had snuck on the bus in Richmond, and we made it to Atlanta, but we got caught in Atlanta. So you know, I ain't have no money. My thing is that I was trying to go to Florida to start a new life. You know, because I felt like his father just didn't care, you know, so I just wanted to go, and I heard about a school that would be good for him and teaching him like life skills. You know, I actually wanted to make it, I forgot where I was trying to go. I was trying to go somewhere to where it was village-like. You know, I didn't want to live this normal life. I wanted to go to a village and raise him there and teach him life. And, you know, his dad was giving me problems. His dad, you know, it was just too much going on. And I just kind of felt like his dad really didn't care about certain things that were going on with him. So I wanted to, you know, during the time, it was hard because I was living with my sisters, but I wasn't working. I wasn't contributing to the house. I never asked for anything. I never asked nobody to watch my son. You know, his dad was sending me money, but it wasn't a lot, you know. And then on top of that, you know, my sisters, they would just, well, are y'all hungry? Do y'all need something to eat? And, you know, I would always tell them, just look out for him. During this time, I was a vegan too, okay? So, you know, we stowed away to Florida. So we got caught in Atlanta, and we had to wait until, you know, I could figure out a way as to how to get money to get tickets to go back down. So I had lied to his dad, and I told his father, I was just like, he's going on a field trip, so I'm going with him, so we need this and that money. So dad sent us the money. So even though we snuck on the bus, I had some money, of course, for food, to get a blanket, because it was cold as hell on that goddamn on that bus. So when we got caught in Atlanta, I had ran out of money, so we was kind of like homeless for 3 days. We was sleeping at the bus station, you know. But of course, people came out of the blue, giving us food, you know, all type of stuff. And there were individuals that I had met. I had met a guy. It was a white guy. He had just broke out of jail, and he was on his way to Orlando to meet up with his family members. So he gave me his number. He said that when he gets to where he's going to have money. So he told me to call him so he could send me money, because he knew I told him what happened. There was another guy. It was a black guy, and this guy, he was a rapper, inspiring rapper, you know. Now he lived in Atlanta, but he hung out a lot at the bus station. So, you know, during the times to where we would just sit there and just chill, you know, the guy, you know, he would bust out his raps. He, you know, bought his, he had his notebook, so he would let me read what he had. And then we ended up meeting another guy that was like walking by. It was a young boy. He was walking by playing his guitar, singing. So the guy that was rapping, you know, he befriended this dude. So we all just kind of got to know each other a little bit more. Now the thing is that, what's her name? I think her name is Cardi Red. So, during the time to where I was there, he had took a video walking behind Cardi Red, and he was playing his guitar, singing to her. And so he came back to the station and he showed me. Okay, so I was just like, okay. You know, so during that time, I think that was her. She took her and her brother, and I think she left. I think she tried to run away, tried to get away. You know, that was a very interesting trip because we got stuck in South Carolina too. And I met this woman, and she was real triggered by me because she had children on the spectrum, because I had told her what my plan was. She had children on the spectrum, and she wanted to be a businesswoman. So she, you know, she was just like, well, when it comes to them children are for the men, and you know, you supposed to be doing this and that. She was real spirited. It was like a Masonic place or something like that. You know, I was led there, but I don't know why. And there was a white girl there too. And the white girl looked weird because it's like when she look at you, it's like she's looking past you. She won't looking at me in my eyes. And I was just like, is she cockeyed or something? Like, what's going on? But you know, this woman was like real conscious. She had on her Ankh. They had 322. They had the Star of David. They had all type of stuff going on the outside. So she tried to direct me to this priest or whatever. But hold on. Real cheap date. So, wow. I'm ready to eat. Huh. Yes, I'm on my Mediterranean diet, but I can't have a cheat date. I'm on a date with my son. I can do whatever I want to do. This is crazy, but not crazy at all. Okay, so next topic, we're going to talk about this dream. I don't understand why I keep having dreams about my ex. I said, why haven't he let go? I just woke up mad. I was just like, why hasn't he let go? I think that he's trying to make people think that I'm still crazy, like I'm in love with him or something, like I'm crazy about him or something. I think that's what he's doing. And I think he keep looking dumb every time. We got to get somewhere. Because I don't want to be driving now. I said, why won't this man leave me alone? We broke up in 2015. I said, he been out there. He's still talking about me. He's still holding on to me. He's still. You want to go sit on the beach side, or you want to sit right here? I mean, park right here.
Yeah.
What you want to do? Park right here? Yeah, well, thank you. Because it's going to be a lot of work trying to get into that parking spot. He's so easy to be around. What you say?
Not going for that.
You say what?
We're taking that one. We're taking this one.
Taking which one?
This parking space.
Okay.
I got a big tree out there.
I thought you said you ain't got time for that bullshit. Is that what you...
Right out. I was thinking about something else.
He is so worrisome. I said he's still at it. Something done happened real bad now to the point to where he's feeling remorseful. But the thing is that when I have dreams about people, they feel remorseful. So my thing is that, okay, I shouldn't be having no more dreams about you. It's been throughout the years periodically to where I have dreams about him. I was like, he's still out here. I thought he moved on. I thought he got married. I don't understand why the fuck he's still worried about me. And then he out here trying to talk shit about a relationship that happened like 10 years ago. I know he's sitting back on social media watching me. Watching me and trying to manipulate shit and trying to do shit. And I guarantee whatever woman he's dealing with, I guarantee he done lied to her and he done told her stuff. I feel like she figured it out. She thought he was such a prize. Oh, because he will make it seem like that in the beginning. Well, all them damn lies he won't tell. He tried to do that with me and his baby mama. He tried to lie to me about a lot of shit about his baby mama. I think she realized that I'm the lucky one because I got away. And I don't have no children by him. I don't have no ties. That's why I'm just like, I don't care what he got going on. I don't care what he say. I don't care. I'm not in that. It's some shit going on with his family too. Because he tried to tell his family stuff about me. And then his family tried to spread gossip and all that shit about me. And everybody, I feel like everybody looked dumb. He been lying. He was evil. He was secretly he was secretly evil. That's why I said I don't care what happened, just get me out of here. I said he got more issues. It's his insecurity. He had a lot of insecurities. I tell women, when a man don't like his package, leave him alone. It don't matter if you like it. If he is not happy with his package, leave him alone. Leave him alone. Damn, I shouldn't have threw that out. I should have just put that in my bag. I'm sorry for littering. She probably littering. She probably just throwing her shit on the ground too. Gotta create some new habits for our girl. But he is so worrisome. I woke up upset. I was just like, ugh. He is still doing stuff and looking dumb. He's still up to it. He want to be with me, but he can't. He want to be with me. He done talk all that shit. Then on top of that, he know he can't come back anyway because I don't want his ass. But he want to come back and he can't, and he's suffering because he got to continue to act like he just hate me. His woman starting to see I got lucky because I got away from him. She probably have dealt with things with him and his baby mama too. She probably finding out a lot of things that he been lying about for years. I had picked up at one point in time, he went to jail for child support. He must have had some other children. He had a lot of insecurities. He had a lot. But he was mixed with Puerto Rican and black. So he was dealing with identity issues. Then on top of that, it's like he was very worldly. He wants what most people want. He used to always tell me, I want a well-polished life, you know. He wanted the finer things in life. I'm a creative. I'm an artist. When I was living with him, he didn't even like allow me to put my paintings up. I couldn't light incense in the house. I could not be myself when I was with him. That's why I ran out of that shit. I ran out of that relationship. I said, I'm headed for the hills. I don't care. You can say what you want to say. I'll be the bad guy, baby. Just get me out of here. But he has been taking shit way too far. And I think that he has been getting into that witchcraft too. And I think that a lot of that shit has been manifesting within his life in a very not good way. She thought he was such a prize. No, sir. He tried to do beauty spells on me too. He knew how much potential I had. He knew how much potential I had, and all he really cared about was money. I'm gonna tell you, you know, when we first met, we were struggling. He was living with his parents. You know, I was with my son's father, but I ended up leaving my son's father to stay with my girlfriend so that I could prove my loyalty to him. So, you know, I was going through things with staying with my girlfriend, so I ended up like homeless, and he would sneak me into his parents' house, and I would stay over his parents' house. You know, when they go to work in the morning time, that's when, you know, we would have the house to ourselves. So I ended up getting a job. You know, he ended up getting more of a job. He was going to school too. So, you know, we was working towards goals to make life better for the both of us, and we ended up doing that. You know, we moved in. So as soon as we move in, I mean, everything aligned for us, especially when it came to income tax time. Then on top of that, we had already been working. So, you know, we didn't have no big bills. He had a son, I had a son. So, you know, with him living with his parents, he pretty much being taken care of. He could, you know, he would save dinner for me, so when I came over, I had something to eat. You know, when we got to a place, and I'm gonna tell you, he tricked me. Well, whatever, who cares about that? But we ended up getting to a place, and as soon as we get stable together, he talking about he trying to brainwash me with all of this material stuff. You know, he's watching the fabulous life of this person, that person. I'm just like, bruh, where are we going to get jobs to where we can buy each other private jets? Like, what's up? Like, what's going on here? You know, I'm already working 6 days a week, 12-hour shifts. And he was a soccer coach. So, you know, I'm just like, I'm getting off of work tired as hell, supporting you through your events. You know, my son was in daycare at that time. I was teaching him potty training at the time. He was dealing with things with his son, but he had more help because he had his family. You know, my son's father was tripping, you know, because I was with another man. So he was trying to make shit hard. So I didn't really have nobody. So I'm just like, what is wrong with him? What is wrong with him? What type of jobs are we going to get to where we can buy each other private jets? That's why I didn't understand. You thinking about money, 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 but how are we going to get there? You don't even know what you want to do with your life. That situation was a mess. I'm so glad I got out of there. It's his insecurity. Like, I've never met any dude this obsessed, like physical or non-physical, because I done had a couple of crazy non-physical ones, you know, people that I have telepathic, it's like sapiosexual connections to. He is crazy. He knew how much potential I had, and he didn't want to see me with nobody else. You know, he didn't want to see me stable and successful more than him. So he started dibbling in some of that craft. Back then, I didn't know. When I was with him, I first got into the tarot. So, you know, he out of anybody else already knew where I was headed. So, you know, that's when he started dibbling and dabbling in that stuff too. I didn't even know that. But what saved me was when I went to the Pan-African community. That's what saved me. Because from there, I started my journey and I started learning stuff. But please tell me it's over. It's still not over. He's still at it. He's still at it. Well, what is you going to do? Is somebody going to take him out? Well, I mean, I really ain't got to worry about him. He is obsessed. Something is wrong with him. I think he owed me some money. Because when we lived together, when we separated, I didn't change my address until later. So we about to pull out because this car real suspicious. we gonna have to move. We have to move. Can't stay still too long.
Can't stay too long.
Yeah, baby. You can put the trash in there if you want. He is so fucking worrisome. Well, something happened. Because now, I know he dying inside. I know he is. We ain't get along because he jealous. He got jealousy issues. But it's not he's jealous. He insecure. He used to have a big problem with his private parts. I'm trying to tell you. I ain't have no problem with it. He used to have a big insecurity around it. He told me how his brother took pills to make his junk big and all this type of stuff. I was just like, if having a big dick was going to solve problems for you and your relationships and dealing with women, then a lot of men would be out here trying to have big dicks. I spilled my sauce. Shit. Eat them dry ass nuggets. So that was his number one issue, you know, his private parts. What is this? Where is this fog coming from? I guess because it's cold outside. Let's see if this is going to do it. If not, this means he got something going on with his antifreeze. Oh, it's going away. Wow. So I just was enlightened. He's still stuck. He's still stuck on the timeline to where, wow, how many years ago was that? He's stuck on my timeline, which means he has really been doing stuff behind the scenes. He been trying to swap out destinies. He been watching me so he could act and behave like me. That's what he been doing. He been trying to pretend. That's why I'm saying he was always jealous of me. That's why, because I'm a healthy masculine. Like, men be wanting to be like me. Just like when it comes to some men, women be wanting to, when a man is in touch with his femininity, that's why bitches be jealous, because they be wanting to be feminine too, so they be jealous of men. So he was definitely jealous of me, because I lived, he was, you know, he was a goody boy. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't like a goody boy. He was like a spoiled brat. You know what I'm saying? And I come from a life of struggle, trials, tribulations. I had, you know, he had a child young, but he left and went to college for like 5 years. So you know, he really wasn't around in his child's life. You know, those beginning years. Around the time I met him is when he was really getting to know his child. And I wish I would have known that. Because I definitely would have took my time. But, yeah. I had already experienced what it was like living with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had lived a faster life than him. You know, so there were just things that I was just better at doing. Like, when it comes to making decisions, he always felt like his manhood was threatened with me. That's why I say, when a man, he's going to have too many issues when he don't like his private part. He's going to have too many issues. That's a raccoon.
Red raccoon.
He was just intimidated because I was a boss back then. I was a boss. I was out here doing shows, doing my music videos, working my 2 jobs. I had got a new car. Then he gonna get a new car. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to keep up. It's just like, focus on something else. Focus on yourself. Why you sitting up here trying to compete with me? We supposed to be together. We supposed to be a team. And you trying to compete with the team. I remember a friend of mine came over because he ain't like barbershops. He don't like going to the barbershop. He don't want his son in there. I used to work in a barbershop, so I fully understand. So I had a friend come over to the house to cut the boy's hair. So he thought I didn't tip him. So he gonna say, yeah, I know she ain't tip you. He was just like, here, man, take this. I was just like, you dumbass. I tipped him fucking $20 on a $40 bill. And you sat up there, you just gave him another 15. Way to go. I still look at him trying to compete. He used to always do shit like that. Like, I ain't know no better. Like, he was just all of that. Whole time his ass jealous. Because he don't feel man enough. Because he not proud of his private part. I told him, I said, I like it. You know, it was one of the best sexual experiences I ever had. That's why I said something was wrong with him. Something was wrong with him. It was one of the best experiences in which I ever had. I was just like, you know, if you have a problem with it, then why don't you do something about it? They got alternatives, but he don't want to say that he don't want to admit that he's insecure about it. But it's just like, you're insecure about it, so either you're going to do something about it or you're going to continue to mess up your life and your relationships because you don't know how to deal with your insecurities, so you want to put it off on everybody else. He used to fuck up a lot. He was just not ready. He tried to make it seem like he was a man, like ready to take on the world. He was not. He was not. And I'm just like, I have already been out here. You know what I'm saying? We're not playing house. You thought we was going to be playing house? We're not playing house. This is real life. What are you doing? Get your shit together. We end up splitting up, breaking up. He went back to his parents. The only person I had to go to was my baby daddy. A year went by. I got tired of my life being what it was with my son's father, so I went to Richmond. I had a ball. I went up there for the summertime to work, came back, went back to Richmond for 9 months, came back, and I used to just kind of bounce back and forth. My son came up there, you know, we lived in Richmond, you know, and during that time is when we left to go to Florida. We tried to run away. I tried to run away. For a long time, I used to tell myself, I don't want no Hispanic man. I don't want no black man. I said, That's how I really felt. Who is this? Baby, I'm gonna go to the Mexican restaurant. Let me get me a little margarita. Okay? You want some tacos or something? You want to go to that taco place we went to?
Yeah.
The Taco Tuesday?
Yeah.
Them tacos expensive. Oh, but they worth it. Oh, I have never tasted tacos like that. And their taco shells, perfect. Perfect. Oh, I get emotional just thinking about it in my mouth. Oh my God. Whew. I have an emotional relationship with food. I've said it many times before, I'm an emotional eater, okay? Leave me alone. I'll figure it out, okay? Ooh. I can just taste it in my mouth. They tacos expensive, so you can get two. You know what I'm saying? Are you hungry?
Uh-uh.
You not? Do I have to go back to Jose? No, I can go to the taco. Okay. So I'm about to go to this spot. I think our girl is at work. I think our girl is at work. So let's pay her a visit, shall we? Damn, they come racing down the goddamn top. Shit. Okay, but that's the tea. That's everything, you know. Those are all my experiences. Well, you know, not all of them, but just the weird shit that has been going on and happening. So we about to go see our girl. About to hit her up with that energy exchange. And somebody messed up the tip because my bill was $13.50. If I tip $7, that's a little over $20. So when it came out of my account, it came up to $18.95. I said, oh, somebody intervened. Somebody trying to say I tip too much. But if it's for our girl, you already know. So let's see what's shaking and popping and rocking. Okay. Till the next time. Toodaloo.
I know this song.
You say you know this song? Okay, hold on. Okay.